That's the crazy part about it. Being stuck in the middle of every goddamn thing that's going on and knowing what the fuck is going on, but can't really do nothing to prove that this is what's really happening. But I'm seeing what's really happening because y'all are seeing it through my eyes as well as I'm seeing it. My kids are seeing it too because they understand that there's something happened to them, and Daddy told them to tell them if something like that happened, and they did. And it's like now all three of us are being punished because they did. Because I wasn't there because they told me what I wasn't supposed to know. It's fucked up when people go behind your back and undermine, as a parent, what you said, the boundaries you set with your kids, and try to repeg everything and actually try to make things worse on you, make you look bad as a parent, when all you're trying to do is make everyone get along. And now I've been through some shit. From the time I was a kid, feeling awkward, feeling like I'm out of place, I'm too fat. All this is having low self-esteem because none of the girls talking to me. Everybody else got girlfriends in my class, in my school, and stuff like that. I don't know. None of the girls talk to me, or either I'm not talking to them because I don't know how to conversate with a woman or a young lady at the time. Because there wasn't no girls in my neighborhood. It was all guys. But when at church, it was all girls. So I grew up in a church with a whole bunch of women. The guys that came, they ended up all leaving and going to the streets. I chose to stay out of the streets and shit. My dad and my mom stayed together, so I can say I had a good upbringing. Went from a stable home, whereas I had my mother and my father there both. Whereas you got some people who came from a single home and only had one of their parents, which that can cause problems. Like I say, I can't relate to it because I didn't go through that lifestyle, but I can relate to it because I'm not judging anyone on how they were raised up or brought up. We wasn't the richest kids at church. We wasn't the richest kids at school. Those kids that had more than I did. They didn't make me jealous. They didn't make me feel like we rich. I actually thought we were poor. I didn't ask my dad for a lot of things because I thought that we just didn't have that money. We stayed in the hood. Right there off of Marshall Street. 28 Marshall Street. Right the street from Wolf Street. I had my house shot up twice because my brother went and joined Grand Cross Roosevelt, 23rd, and we stayed in the Vice Lord neighborhood. This is all I really had to do, huh? Just record myself and just sit back and talk and listen to myself talk. I guess I'm at a point now where I give a fuck, but I don't give a fuck about what the next person thinks about me or what they think of me. But to a certain extent, everyone thinks about, you know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want nobody to think negative of them or of the things that they do. To the degree of saying, okay, I just don't give a fuck, I'm just going to act any type of way in front of anybody. It's a thing called respect. And I was brought up in a home where we respected our elders, respected my mom, respected the pastor, respected everybody, respected kids. And to be getting disrespected the way I'm getting disrespected, it's throwing me for a loop. And I get angry sometimes. Sometimes I have to catch myself because in every facet of life, you have to keep your composure. You got to keep your composure. Sometimes I find myself having to tell myself that all the time. Keep your composure, because there's times when I've lost my composure, lost my cool, and it's ended up putting me in jail. I'm getting harassed, and I know that these are voices in my head. I'm being harassed, and I'm the only one who's going to jail. I've been to jail 5 times over some bullshit because I'm getting harassed. But then they say, you got the drugs in your pocket, so it's kind of your fault. Yeah, I got drugs in my pocket because I had the drugs in my pocket to cope with the situation that I'm going through. Like right now, I'm facing a situation where I can make some money doing this clinical study. But in order to do that, I got to stop smoking drugs or stop doing meth and stay away from weed for a while. So that's something I got to peg myself and work myself up to actually leaving the drugs alone. Staying away from it, trying to better myself at this time. It's time. All this shit that I've been going through basically just forced me to this one point to where I'm actually recording everything that I've been through. And instead of writing it down and letting someone else take credit for what I've said and what I've done, I'm recording it and actually trying to get credit for my own work, my own fruits of my own labor. And I want to benefit from it. Because the story I got to tell is a good story. You don't just see no shadow every day or hear a voice that tells you some shit like, if you let your sister fall off the back of the truck, think about Christmas. You'll be the only child. That's very tempting for a child at 8 to 9 years old to think about. Damn, I was the only child. All these toys I'd be giving for myself. My brother here in South Carolina, it'd just be me. I'd be the only child. That's a lot for us 9-year-olds to think about. Or the type of pressure to put on someone like that. But by committing that selfless act, I guess they gave me favor within God and made the devil actually think like, damn, I tempted this man something that most other kids would have jumped on. But yet he still reached out and he saved his sister with a finger. With a finger. Not a grab, a finger. Kept my sister from falling off the back of the truck. And the grace of God. You see, the devil, he was out there. Well, I guess he had chose me from an early age. Being locked in the bathroom in New York. For 45 minutes to an hour, somewhere like this. I was lost in New York. In the bathroom with a little kid. And all I remember is sitting on the floor and people coming in and out, but basically like they not even noticing I'm there. But something was right there with me. Showing me something. Isolated, basically showing me a leather box. Code of Fibonacci. How the mind works. To isolate yourself as a kid, and when you're faced with isolation at a later age, you're able to deal with it better. Like I was isolated, damn, from having guy friends. You might as well say from the time I hit first grade all the way up until now. Just say I had friends that call every day, like, hey, come by and pick me up, do. I had a couple of friends like that, Brian Hunter and John Fogel, that would come by and swoop me up and we could just go ride and do things. I miss that. So when I say I got friends, my friends are out of town. My friends are out of town. One is staying in Cincinnati and one of them in Texas, truck driving and a plane. Another one work on planes, in which he's a miracle in itself. He had a stroke and made a full recovery from it. Every time I need to get me on a tape recorder and just start recording everything, start from the beginning. And this right here is going to cover everything all in one night. What is a kanai? What is a kanai? To me, what a kanai means is someone that's at peace with itself and at peace with the world, that's a mediator between both light and dark, that views both sides of the world as being equal, and that everyone in the middle has the right to actually live a free and life where there's no dictatorship, with no one trying to tell you or run you or place you somewhere or label you as being inadequate when everyone is inadequate. The world is inadequate. The sun is inadequate. The fact that it rises and sets and then the moon comes up, that's inadequate. The people you meet in everyday life, they're inadequate. How people die, that's inadequate. But you have other people that want to call themselves kanais that don't understand nothing, don't even understand how to treat a person with humane feelings or have respect for the next human being. Everybody is guilty of that. Even I'm guilty of that sometimes. I've judged people. I've judged people. And now I'm being judged by people who don't see that I'm not the problem. I'm trying to be a better solution than the solution that they're giving. Because the solution to their equation is to put me somewhere where I don't want to be. And try to harvest my abilities, my magic, my talent, and give it to another. That's not what God placed me. He didn't place me here, neither did the devil. They didn't both peg me to be Dick Jr. and a kanai just to be sitting in a hospital, in a state hospital, when I should be reaping the benefits of all my beautiful actions, all my beautiful things, my beautiful creations. I always said, Dick Jr. Dick Jr. grew up in hell with not just the finer things, but he had good things. All he really wanted was to write a Bible, write his own Bible. Let the world see things differently through his eyes, his view. Everybody got an opinion about everything that goes on in this world, and everybody's opinion is important. Some people blow off the next person's opinion as just being just a thought, or just something. I'm gonna look over there. I don't need to hear that. Some people hear it and just don't take heed to it, or in one ear not the other. To me, a Kanai is somebody that's strong enough to actually go through problems and go through ordeals, be embarrassed, made fun of, interrogated, family insulted, and still be able to maintain and go about his daily activities with a strong foundation on what he's heading, what he's trying to do. Even when you got everybody pegged against him to not even help him do anything. When no one even lend a helping hand, he still finds a way to get shit done. Honestly, I say shit a lot. I curse a lot. I'm not the best person in the world. I'm not the handsomest guy in the world. I'm not the most strongest person in the world. I can't sing that good, but I try. As long as you put forth the effort, that's all you can do. Put forth a good effort. Put forth your best foot. Put your best foot forward. That's the best way thing when I was working at Best Way Rent on. Put your best foot forward. My best foot has been paving the path of people getting paid off of my efforts. But looking at me as I don't deserve to be paid if I knew that I could do all this stuff. If I knew I could do all this stuff, trust me, I would be doing it. I would have been doing it. But for someone to find out and actually see that there's talent within someone who didn't think that he was talented, to actually, instead of bringing that talent to the light, bring the talent to the light and say it's his talent. That's fucked up. That's not being a Kanai. That's not being honest with yourself or being honest with the next person. A Kanai is something like a leader. A pastor would be considered a Kanai. He's leading his congregation, trying to lead them to salvation. Not every man or every preacher is perfect. He's only a man. But we judge pastors and men of stature and leadership, and if they make one mistake or they do something wrong, then it's the end of the world. Whereas he's only a man. He's not a God. He's only a man. It's like a pastor get caught for cheating with the congregation, the women in the congregation, the married women in the congregation. Yeah, that's not right for the church. It puts a bad stain on the church's eye, on the church's following. It makes you look differently at a church, going to church. But he's only a man. That's what he's going to have to take up with God when he pray every night, when he go home and look himself in the mirror. He's going to have to be a better pastor or a better person. They ask him to step down. You can't do nothing but step down. You do something like that, and they consider that the most heinous thing that you done did, and you apologize and you do everything, go to counsel and all that stuff like that. I mean, you shouldn't be put out the church or looked at, oh, that's a bad pastor, or condemn him to death, he's going to hell. And no. That's just saying that even a pastor can sin. Even a pastor can sin. Even the president can sin. Every man and woman, we sin every day. We tested every day by the devil or whoever you want to say. We're tested every day with life's troubles. They either make the right choice or the bad choice. A right choice or a right decision or a bad decision. Life is about the decisions that you make, the choices that you make, and the decisions that you have to live with. The choices you make basically forges the decisions that you have to live with. By me, starting to smoke early, what is the word? I didn't grow much. I didn't grow much more taller than what I would have grew if I would have played football in high school. The muscles and stuff like that, I shortened my growth spurts. But to be mad at me and say that this right here doesn't make you a Kanai because you're not this tall or you don't have a big dick, that's just blasphemy on all the works and stuff that you're trying to steal from me. And you want me to make you a cold conniving when you fucked over my family, fucked over my kids? Basically, you know what I'm saying? Basically just fucked over the Dixon name. My mom always say, you're from royal blood, you're a king's kid. And for a long time, I didn't understand why she said it. I thought she just meant that children of God, or children of God, that I'm a king's kid, God is a king. Jesus is a king. God is a king, I'm a king's kid. Because she prays for me every night. I didn't know that my actual last name came from German descent, French German descent, and then it meant Dick. That was a short word for it, Dick Young. My daddy's name was Dick. I used to always ask him, Daddy, why do they call you a curse word? Why do they call you Dick? My auntie used to call him Dick. No, why do they call you a curse word? And he didn't really tell me that well, as a Dixon, your name means it's shortened for Dick. But that's what they call him at work, Dick. Now, as being a manager, I see that sometimes you had to be a dick with some of your coworkers because you gotta be strong and firm and lay down the law when you have to. Write a person up, even though they're your friends, you gotta write them up if they're not doing their job. You have to be a dick sometimes at work. So I thought that's where the name came from. I didn't know there was actually meaning that they call him Dick because his last name is Dixon. I don't know if they call him Dick. And when I began hearing these voices and talking back to these voices I should have been talking to, that was in my head, when it was these four walls in the upper room, I thought about it, I was like, what's a good name I can call myself? Oh, I said Dick. And I said, well, I got a little penis, so shit, I'm gonna say Little Dick Jr. Because my daddy's name is Dick, I'm Little Dick Jr. Everybody saying it like, yeah, Little Dick Jr., yeah, because you got a little dick. Your dick small, okay, make fun of my dick, but shit, at least I'm getting pussy. I was getting a lot of pussy at the time. Little dick and all, because I had a good stroke. Little dick, good stroke. MKO just finest. Little dick, good stroke. Albert Dixon versus Portia Dead. Huh? Ain't that some shit? Portia got that good big pussy. He got a little dick, but he got a good stroke. Good dick hair. A good dick bastard, what they call it. I didn't understand, but I thought she was talking about some other nigga. My homegirl, a little bit. My little Jada Pinkett. Chocolate Jada Pinkett. If this ever really make it anywhere other than shit, me just putting thoughts on, recording thoughts, cool. A100, thumbs up. It's the truth. Nothing but the truth. I can sit here and lie to you and tell you, yeah, I fucked plenty of women and plenty of fine women and all this stuff like that. That is a lie. I was damn near petrified to talk to half women. I had to be either fucked up or drunk or high or feeling myself to actually even hold a conversation with a woman that I thought was out of my league. But my dad was telling me, you shouldn't be scared of women, you know what I'm saying? That I thought my girl that went to church with me was just the top, the 10, the creme de la creme. That made me just go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. At that time, I didn't understand that shit, that maybe she was a waterfall. Don't mean no disrespect by saying that, but that she was a waterfall and that I should have stuck to the rivers and lakes that I was used to, that I knew she was out of my league, and I knew that I really wasn't her type, but my attraction to her drew me closer to her and made me reach out for stars that wasn't meant for me to grab at that point in time. And I ended up letting a couple of smoother, more my speed relationships slide right through my fingers. A little high school honey. And that's some shit. Tiffany Craig. Let it slide right through my fingers because I was too busy trying to say, and I knew that I was going feelings for this girl, and when it came out for her telling to take that next step, I knew that if I take this step with her, I'm not going to be able to be truthful with her, knowing that I got a fiance, that I'm hiding this from someone else that I'm trying to be with, which was the best decision I could have made, but at the wrong time. I mean, shit, both of them was beautiful. Sandra was more older, or my CH, she was more older, nice ass. I mean, damn. Ass like a basketball. You can bounce in that motherfucker for days. But I just couldn't see myself bringing myself to hurt that young lady by saying, by taking her virginity and telling her that I love her and stuff like that, knowing getting with her too hard. I wasn't gonna be able to put forth the effort to actually be with her like that. That's what makes up a canal. A person who actually knows that, okay, I can do this, and easily get away with it or try to get away with it, and actually realizing that this right here can hurt more than just one person, and all three of us end up hurt at the same time, instead of just letting something go that could have been something good. Mm-hmm. I would have took her virginity, she would have been in love with me. She already was. And that way I would have had to lie to you and her at the same damn time and actually end up hurting both y'all feelings and losing both y'all at the same damn time. And I lost Cassandra up at the mall trying to talk to her, but going to to get her something to eat and trying to be slick and see if I still got the game. If I still got the game, trying to play the odds, trying to take a gamble. See if I'm a macaroni, if I still got that player style and fuck around and end up talking to my damn fiance at the time, her best friend's sister. As soon as she recognized who I was, she said, "You can say it." I say, "Damn." That means by the time I get home, she gonna know. By the time I got to the house, she knew. And it wasn't even nothing like trying to just. I was up there on some other business, trying to hide some business, and then trying to make some other business more relevant than what the fuck it really was. And ended up catching myself up in a bunch of bullshit. They couldn't go back to neither one of them. Because high school, she ended up moving on. And all this is crazy. Oh, can I do all this fucking, all the good women, fuck all these women. No. When my dad passed, I didn't even have a girlfriend. I didn't get no pussy till I was 16 years old. And the first girl I fucked, she was not all that, but I thank her for giving me the pussy. Because she taught me something. She taught me how to get the dick in the pussy hole. She taught me how to get the dick in the pussy hole. Even though she said I had a limp noodle. As she told twins, he said the best next thing to me. Regardless of the dick size, at least you fucked. But you got a limp noodle or not, at least you fucked. You got you some pussy. That's better than some niggas out here can't even get no pussy. Now, I'm one of them niggas that can't even get no pussy because somebody don't fucking peg my dick for death or for life. Motherfucker peg my dick for life. I took the stimulation to the point where when I was feeling, at first, when I first started feeling and didn't know that I was up actually in a woman's vagina, sat there and took that and made it into a game where he could snatch my dick and peg my shit to where he could feel it, and everybody give it to him, give it to let him just have it. No, man, this is something that I worked hard. I worked hard for this. I went through a lot of trials and tribulations, a lot of shit, a lot of no's. And then the shit, prayed to goddamn, wish for a bigger dick, and got tricked into goddamn shit, not getting a bigger dick, having to use my big head, my brain, more than my little head, my dick. That's all he says, God's joke, God and the devil's joke. They both laughed like, he asked for a big dick. But why don't we do this right here? Why don't we make him extremely smart, but incompetent, with the same size dick that he already had? See if he realized or get the picture either. That dick size didn't change. Nothing changed about it. Only thing that changed was that it opened up a part of my brain to actually think outside the box. Where everybody else thought inside the box, I thought one certain way. I started to realize that so there's 4 ways to actually look at things. Your point of view, the other person's side, then take a step outside the box and look at it, and then take the other person outside the box and look at it also. and see if you can come up with a bigger picture than all the little pieces and the little 3s and 4s that you got that comes together to make a problem, or make the problem, or how to solve a problem. I began to realize that, and that opened up to my mind. And then the way I thought about business, the way I thought about making money opened up in my mind. At 16, so the first thing I thought, if I stay at this house in school, in high school, I can make myself a popular kid at school. Going from not being a popular kid at school to being the shit, the one in the school. How can I do that? And formulated a hell of a plan, but didn't have the drive or the ambition to push it forward because I didn't open my mouth. Someone, I kind of got pegged by my brother, because he said I talk too much. Like now, I'm talking too much now. So I kind of went within myself and just kind of stayed within myself. I talk too much. If I talk too much right here, then maybe someone else think I talk too much and they ain't gonna like me. It started beginning the self-confidence, that self-esteem drop. So I went through high school knowing that I could have been the shit, and still was to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? High school, junior high, basketball manager, talked to some girls, see my homegirl, Toya Hobbs up there at school. There's another one of them lakes or rivers or streams that I was used to that could have been something beautiful. Not saying I'm knocking anything that me and Cassandra had, period, never. It's just that I knew that she was out of my league, and that right there caused me my self-confidence to go down once again. Because I know that older men was looking at her. Older men desired my ex-fiance because she looked like she was an older woman, like she was a woman at her age. And what we had would always be special to me, and I'm not talking down on it ever, nothing like that. She's the best person I ever known. The best person I ever known. And knowing that what I felt between me and Toya, the friendship it was actually a friendship from school. It started at school, started when she came to church, and then she disappeared from the church. And then when I see her again, we're in junior high. I'm in the 8th grade, she in the 7th grade, and all of a sudden now they start coming back to the church. That friendship right there, you sit up in the choir stand and play tic-tac-toe together while the pastor preaches. So there's just little small minor things that make a relationship, a friendship. That's basically what a relationship is built off of. The better your friendship with a person, the better the relationship will be. If you're not really too good of friends with the person that you get with, you just get with them because they got money or they got a big dick, then that relationship ain't gonna stand too long, because you're gonna get tired of one of the two. The attitude or tired of motherfucker cheating on you. And that's just the bottom line. The better the friends you are in a relationship before you go into a relationship or a marriage, the better that relationship or that marriage is gonna be. People grow apart every day. People grow apart and feelings change. But if you're friends and you got a good foundation on friendship first, and not just going, oh, I like the way a pussy feel when my dick up in, I just like the way I'm having sex with it. That right there gets old with a person. When a person starts to realize that that's all this person wants from me is sex, then what grounds do you have to stand on? I want to be in a relationship with someone that if I break my leg or I become ill or handicapped, they're not going to say, oh, I don't want to be with you no more because you're handicapped. That's not a relationship. That relationship isn't founded on nothing but lies. So what it means to be a Kanai to me is actually understanding what life is and how life could be, and trying to make a change in yourself to get to that better life. And that's all I've been trying to do, make a change within myself to get to the better life. It seems like that better life is getting further and further away from me, to the point where the people who can help me change my life would rather see me institutionalized while they reap my reward. Reap the benefits of my reward, my fruit, what I'm doing. And that's just not right. I'm not standing for it. I'm fighting tooth and nail against a whole army of people. It's like my mind is being tortured every day, constantly, with things that that's being said that, oh, we owe you this, we owe you that, we gotta give you this, we gotta give you that. And I'm like, okay, you're gonna give it to me, give it to me. And then all of a sudden, 20 minutes later, you know they ain't gonna give it to you. We ain't giving you nothing. Shit, I want this, I want that. I'm not giving you this until you give this person this. I'm like, but then why say that you're gonna give me anything if your intentions are not to give me anything at all? Because I can be doing better things with my life than just basically waiting on a handout from y'all that I'm not asking for. That you're telling me that you gotta actually, I gotta give you this. I gotta give you this. And waiting on something like that drives a man insane. And it takes a strong mind not to drive you, let that drive you insane. That drive you to the point where you actually go and do something to hurt someone else or hurt yourself or put yourself in a predicament to where you end up in the grave or in jail. Now that a strong mind makes it connive. Being a man about a situation and actually understanding bravery, having courage. And some people say I'm a coward because I don't do certain things. No. I've died 1,000 times in my life over certain things I said, certain situations that I should have changed, but I want to change, go back to the past and change them. But realize that by going back to the past and trying to change this right here, it's not going to really help the current situation. My current situation is not that I'm a coward. My current situation is I'm put in a position where someone is basically trying to torture my mind and use this process to break me down to actually make people view me as a coward. Because I don't come do this, I'm not going to come hit this person getting over on you, this person doing this person is lying to you, and you know that they're lying to you. That doesn't make me a coward, that doesn't make me a bad person. That makes that person who's lying and doing all the lying, underhanded, sneaky stuff, that makes you an unhonest person. My name is Albert. It means honest and earnest. Honestly, I'm putting my best forward, I'm telling the truth. And earnest means I'm doing my damnedest best to keep from telling a lie. My birthday is on International Smoke Day, 420. When the year 2020 hit, I thought I had a good idea for a t-shirt. Like off the movie Friday. 420, twin. There you go. I actually tried to make a t-shirt out of that right there, a fundraiser t-shirt. My birthday. I don't think nobody really caught the humor out of it, but it was funny to me. The year 420 and then 2020. It was funny to me. I caught it. I said, different strokes for different folks. You can't blame the next person for not thinking the same way that you think or believing the same thing that you believe in. I don't know how many people's attention I got right now. They probably turn my volume all the way down. It's like, we don't even want to hear you no more. You just rambling on. Well, sometimes the best ramble and the best drift be the best conjures of all. I had a problem speaking in public or being in front of people and speaking, and it kind of shakes me, kind of rattles me a little bit. That don't mean that I'm scared or I'm timid. When you have people that's trying to make you timid and force you to be timid and trying to on purposely change the way that you think and change the way that you feel by brainwashing you into doing things that they want you to do, it's a big difference. It's a big difference. A person can go from being a courageous person to being a timid person, being on edge. Everything kind of shakes them a little bit. They rattled. They're now startled by starting a conversation with a pretty woman, or not willing to make a move on a girl that they like, or a woman that they like. All due to the fact that they know that in the end it's someone else's sick joke or sick plot to get you somewhere where you don't want to be in life. 42 years old, like that guy said in jail. All the things I learned up until 40, to where I'm at now, 42, I felt like I've come a long way in my life to be where I'm at, to have nothing. Now the house over my head, the house that I got to be in foreclosure, might as well say, went from being a stable man to an unstable man. So within the past 5 years, I went from being stable, what got custody of my kids, to being completely unstable. To where I don't have a home, I don't have a vehicle, I don't have a job, I'm on disability, and I'm being classified as being schizophrenic. When I know good and damn well that there are voices of people that's in my city, it's in my state, that are in my head. It's in my community. That's in my head. And it frustrates you and makes you angry when you talk to someone, you talk to a doctor, you talk to a policeman, or you talk to a friend or someone like that, you're trying to relate to and tell them how you feel or what's going on with your life and how it's affecting you. And they look at it as, that's your problem. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do drugs. Instead of listening to, okay, if I come off like this, if I come out a little aggressive by coming over here, it's not because there's nothing, you know what I'm saying, someone said that I need to come do something to you or anything like that. I'm coming over here because someone has basically implanted thoughts in my mind that something is happening over here. And it's concerning to me as a father. Or it's concerning to me as a boyfriend or ex-wife or ex-husband. It's concerning to me, so I'm coming for that reason. Or a guardian. When people play you off as straight to the left, like, what you're doing, it doesn't matter. What you're doing, you need to get your mind right. You're like, I'm trying to get my mind right, but I'm trying to tell you that I know what's going on. And for the person to actually still play this role as if to say, okay, I know that you know that I know that I'm involved, but I'm gonna keep playing this role because I don't want you to know that I'm involved. But you clearly know that I'm involved. The proof is in the pudding, and the pudding is in the pack. The pack is in the basket, and the basket is getting paid for. I'm stuck in a predicament with shit. Everybody lying to me about what's going on, and I'm looking at you like, damn. I know this for sure happened. This for sure happened. This for sure happened. All these things right here happen. This chain of events happened. There's one night they changed the rest of mine. They changed these last 3 or 4 years for me. I was already being harassed about or interrogated about the dick size and stuff like that, being made fun of at my house. How the hell this shit happened in my house? I'm getting insulted in my house. My own home, I'm being insulted in. I'm hearing voices in the fan, in the air conditioner. The motherfucker come over to my house, and I'm like, you don't hear this right here? But they involved, and they acting like, but it's the drugs. You need to lay off the drugs. I'm like, you smoke more drugs than I do. What the fuck are you saying to me? I'm telling you, I'm hearing your voice in the goddamn fan and shit. I'm hearing your voice in the fan. I'm hearing the whole fucking conversation through a fucking fan. Through my air conditioner. And you telling me that shit, I'm smoking too much drugs. And I'm looking at you like, shit, you smoke the same amount of drugs. I get my drugs from you. I go to you to get them. So it ain't that the drugs are bad. It's that something else went wrong. Motherfucker can't do nothing but laugh at them right there. Everybody should be on board in this roll call. When I say roll call, I mean shit, everybody that's involved should be like, say their name. Goddammit, say my name. With no one else around you. Ain't nobody around me right now. It's just me, this orange wall and this black wall, this grass and this slab of concrete, that manhole down in this step. And this dollar in my hand and this phone right there. So if I say your name, I say your name. This is roll call. Say your name, speak up. Because I'm not the only motherfucker out here that's just listening. And the motherfuckers who I'm talking to saying, come over here, come here. And I get this, a whole total ball game. Like a motherfucker looking at me like, what the fuck come over here for? I'm like, God damn, I know you're involved and shit, what the fuck? I'm trying to play ball with y'all, and instead of y'all playing ball with me, y'all trying to throw the ball in my face and say, man, I can't get none of the money for my damn slam dunks. And I'm LeBron James on this team. I'm LeBron James, and y'all still sitting on the bench. I'm out here balling hard on everybody and shit. Y'all still sitting on the bench. When I try to pass y'all the ball, y'all throw the ball in my goddamn face. I try to bring you in on this shit. You look at me like shit, that ain't good enough. But then turn around and say, we gotta pay you for it. We can't pay you right now. We gotta wait until this date right here. It's like, damn. How the fuck y'all gonna tell me that right there? I'm coming up with shit every day. We can actually be getting real money every fucking day if it's that type of party. If you got it set up like that, y'all that advanced, we can be getting real money every goddamn day. But instead of y'all spending the blessings with me, y'all making me work hard for my blessings and then snatching my blessings right from my, you know what I'm saying, right in front of me. Got me saying grace, sitting at the head of the table saying grace and everybody eating. I'm just standing there looking. Standing there sitting at the top, sitting on that goddamn chair, just looking at everybody eat. Like it don't even matter to me. I don't want no steak and potatoes. I don't want no car. I don't want no money in my pocket. And then try to make me feel guilty about the money that I do get and make me basically feel like I shouldn't spend this or make me feel tight about my money when I'm like, damn, I'm the one who went through all this trouble and had to go through all this trouble, had this accident. Then I cracked my neck bone, should have died that night when a security guard tackled me on the parking lot. And y'all telling me to give my Baptist case to somebody else instead of helping me get it cashed in? To the point where the 2 years went by and I missed out on my money from Baptist from being tackled by a security guard after I had a cracked neck bone. Same night, I had an accident, flipped my truck on the bridge, do the Neo in the middle of the truck. I'm talking about didn't touch nothing, and the whole time the truck tumbling. 3 times, boom, 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 boom. Didn't touch nothing until the truck came down, like boom, banged my head on the goddamn steering wheel or the gear shift. Then I could have lost my life there, flipped over the goddamn bridge. Go to the hospital, wake up, my ex-wife there. I tell her about German technology and hearing voices. And she like, this other bullshit, and tell the doctor that that's something that I'm hearing German voices and technology. After I don't tell them, can I leave? What's the worst thing that can happen if I leave with a cracked neck bone? And his statement is, well, if you take the wrong steps, you can be paralyzed from the neck down. Okay, I take that chance. I'm ready to go. So walking out the door, and she's saying something about German technology and hearing voices, and he's telling me that, okay, you gotta stay. You gotta stay. And I'm like, no, you already told me that I can go. I'm gone. I don't give a fuck how the fuck I get home. I'm gone. Walk out the door and talk to the police officer, the security guard. Officer, if he tell me that I can leave, right? He was like, did you tell me you can leave? He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, you can go. Ex-wife sitting right there. I walk out, and all of a sudden, here comes some more security guards. Do you need him back? Yeah. Well, I'm like, nah, I want to go home. Yeah, I elevated my voice, but shit, not to the point where I'm like, not throwing things and yelling and trying to be aggressive and fight nobody. No, I'm ready to go home. He just told me that I can go home. I'm ready to go home. I damn near died on this bridge. I'm ready to go home. Nobody believes me when I'm telling you I'm hearing these voices in my head. I know they're in my head. I'm ready to go the fuck home. To the point where I'm outside on the parking lot, being surrounded by security guards and saying, you gonna tackle me? I got a cracked neck bone. You gonna tackle me? And the nurse saying, he does have a cracked neck bone. To being actually tackled, excessively tackled in the most. In which the same nurse that said he does have a cracked neck bone came over and basically was holding me down, trying to pull my arm behind my back. Put me in handcuffs. So I went from down there, cracked neck bone, walking out of the emergency room, to being tackled, placed in handcuffs, and shot up with Ativan. Shot up with a drug that knocked me smooth the fuck out. And Risperdal. An antipsychotic drug. To the point where shit, the only thing I remember after he shot me up with that stuff, he was saying, damn, I made a mistake. I shot him up with this right here. And this. And I'm out cold. To waking up in an ICU unit with boots on my feet, for circulation boots on my feet, with a thing down my throat. All over again. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. And to the point where I couldn't get no one to actually help me. Called lawyers, couldn't get no one to help me. Having to put up with situations like that as people who you know could have helped you, instead of them trying to help you to solve their problem, they actually shunned away from it and basically told you to give it to someone else. And then later on down the line say that we hit your Baptist case without you. We sent you out of town. We spooked you out of town, and we went up there and we hit the Baptist case for, you know what I'm saying, that you was trying to hit. We settled for this right here. And it's like totally disrespectful because before all this shit happened, I told y'all that damn, if you can't beat them, join them. For someone not understanding what the fuck is going on to them and knowing that y'all placed me on an island or placed me in a space where shit, I've seen myself in a hospital knowing that I'm not crazy, but the doctors and everybody else playing me as being crazy, that's hell. That's jail. That's hell-drum. Being stuck somewhere and you know that getting well you ain't got no business being there, but yet still here you are. Y'all placed me in hell. And that's why I realized it early in the shit. It said, if you can't beat them, join them. What is it? To be one, ask one. I told y'all, simple as this. I give up on that right there. Let me join. Whatever the fuck you just did to me, I don't want to feel that shit no more. To the point where y'all said, okay. And then kept on going down that route to the point where now, y'all can't even peg me. You can't get me lost like that no more. You did it the other day. Before I went to the hospital, you did that. I ain't gonna lie. But see, that came from, how can you, like saying I put on rollerblade drawing. How can you deny a kanai with his own belongings. You basically stole something of mine and using it against me to defeat me with giving me no access to my own shit. You seeing everything that I'm doing, everything that's coming down the line, down the pipeline, and it's not even your property. It's not even your kanai. It's mine. It's my word. My words. And it's being written. And when I written it, I spun that book. That motherfucker wrote itself. It started moving. And everything that I basically showed y'all through my eyes, it was like, I know I'm experiencing this by myself, but I know I got somebody in my eyes with me. So I'm experiencing it with you too. And instead of you looking at it like, damn, this nigga talent, let me help this nigga get this money, you look at it as like, I'ma steal that, that's mine. I want to be the one who come out with this first. I want to be the first person. This jealous artist shit that don't look good on no man. Jealous heart is in the Bible. You know, a jealous hearted man is not a good man. Nothing that you do is ever good enough for you. But what the next man do is something that you feel like you need to have, or you want to be the first person to do it. You was the first person to do something. And by saying that you was the first person to do something, you would have did some time. But instead of that, you want me to do the time. You want me to do some time for doing the shit, or saying that I did the shit, when you the one who did it, but saying, I want to be the first person to come out and say, I brought out, you know what I'm saying, spirits like that. Spirits where you can actually see. Full-fledged, you know what I'm saying, like, boom. Because shit, my eyesight was doing a hell of a lot better when shit I first seen what the fuck I seen in my goddamn house, in that closet. When I brought that motherfucker, boom, curved lines, blur lines, white lines, everything. Smoke, whatever you want to call it. I seen it and y'all see it through my eyes, was like, God damn. The same way I was. To the point where now y'all enjoy it more than I do. Because you blinded. Took the matter out of my eye, whatever you did. You fucked up my eyesight. Something, and then had to say, audacity to say, you shouldn't be the only one who can see that. If this person can't see it that way, then you can't see it either. God didn't see fit for it, neither did the devil. That's why I got my cat eyes. When I close my eyes, I got my cat eyes. I hadn't seen a purple yet in my eyes. They blessed me with a set of eyes that I could see things, and y'all basically tried to take that away from me and just say, "Oh, this is this person's, this person's accomplishment." When ain't damn one of y'all walked a damn mile in my shoe. I can literally say this shit. I've been Lil Dick Jr., Bruce Wayne, Lord Dick Jr., Silas Jones, Paul Silas, and Silas Jones, Santiago, all these motherfucking names to the Dark Lord, the Kanai, Solo D Kanai, all this shit I did. I walked and talked to actually have my eyes and my eyesight. And y'all took that from me and say that we can't give it back to you. You took my Kanai dick and pegged it to where shit. This other nigga can just take my shit and use it as real freely, and then had audacity to laugh about the shit and say, peg his dick so he can't do this no more. He don't deserve to have no more kids. Kill his libido. That's fucked up. For anybody to do some shit like that, that's really fucked up. And I've been recording this shit, I don't give a damn. If I'm rambling. This is Albert Dixon Jr. This is my true life as a Kanai. I was chosen by a shadow. At the same time, the person who seen it says that he had a mask on that had heaven and hell. I don't know if shit. What I seen was just a shadow. I walked around my old house with a shadow, and he explained to me a whole bunch of things. Until he talked, and I got caught up looking at his hands because he was moving his hands so fast that I missed one major important thing that he said: if you spit on this house, it'll turn to gold. And that would have been my high school dream right there. That house, and actually turned into a house where I could hang out at school, bring my friends by, throw parties and stuff there, start my little club, Young Ballers Incorporated. I actually had a goal for where it was going. Not just something just last this 1 year. No, something that went on, had chapters and chapters. Oh, like setting up a foundation for something that's still to be going around today that would be something beneficial for the next up-and-coming person or the next up-and-coming talent, or basically trying to say, give out scholarships, something like that, to the point where it actually grew to a foundation. Grew to something that actually meant something. to the point where now I have an opportunity to get this money, or people saying we owe you this money that can actually change my life, change other people's lives as well, and they don't want to give it to me because they feel like I don't deserve it, or you just gonna do this right here with it, or that right there. The choice that y'all made to not pay me because y'all say that I didn't deserve this right here. If I didn't recognize my own talent, then I didn't need this. No one told me that I could conjure so good. All I know is in elementary school, when they said Valley Forge, the Ward Valley Forge, I was able to think in my mind, boom, that I was out there in the cold weather with them soldiers. That I was there with them. When they said in church, when they said Daniel in the lion's den, boom, that I was in the lion's den with Daniel. I was putting myself in places where I was thinking, or what was said to me. It's like someone took that sight from me to the point where I can't see where I'm going now. I can be in New York, but not know that I'm in New York, be standing right in front of someone famous, and wouldn't even know that I'm standing in front of. Whereas, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm 42 years old. I ain't never seen no shit like this in my life. A bunch of lying-ass motherfucking grown folks. They basically tell me that I need to give someone a gift that ain't worthy of it, that doesn't deserve anything, that lies and cheats on every goddamn thing in life. Like, you don't cheat in the game of life. When you play the game of life, you only get one life to live. I've had several. I should have been gone several times. When some people only get blessed to only have one accident and leave this earth. One car accident, boom, they took their life. One motorcycle accident, boom, they take their life. My ex-wife's cousin James fell off the back of his motorcycle, bust his head, he died. My brother-in-law, big word. You know what I'm saying? I sat with him the day before he passed, and he told me about everything. Like he talked to me about him being up there in Denver with Cedric Cobb and being at all them parties and stuff like that and shit like that, and him taking me to the club and showing me around the club and stuff like that. That's what a brother-in-law's supposed to do, a brother. The parties he threw, oh man. The strip shows, man, I felt like a little kid in the candy shop. There was titties and ass everywhere, and I had access to all of them, being a concierge. Whatever you want, just let me know. I'm oiling up ass and titties and all this type of shit. That's what a canai is. That's what most people, you just look at it from that point of view right there, that would label a person say, okay, this is what a canai is. Being around a whole bunch of women in this situation right here, you getting all the pussy and all that right there. It wasn't about that. That man was making money doing that shit. He put me in situations where I actually seen how you can get sponsors to pay, you know what I'm saying, to pay you money to put on a program and how to go about doing it. But me having to actually get up and go and do it myself, I didn't have the backbone to do it or the ambition to do it. But now I got the ambition to do it, but now I don't know the people. I don't know who to go to. And the people who do know the people, they won't fucking share or help me get to a point where I can help everybody else. I keep telling this certain group of people that help me get some of my money, and we all gonna be rich together. Instead, they rather help this one man steal all my money and everybody else's money and get away with everything scotch clean. And then blame it on a video game or blame it on some other program that they rigged just to be an asshole towards me, when it's the same guy just playing two different roles. And in both these roles, he's basically wanting me to give up everything that I got to him. In a virtual reality game and in a reality life. Like I'm supposed to just bow down to him like I'm scared or something like that. Nah, nigga. You from the hood, I'm from the hood too. You know some people that I know some people that you know. I know people over you. Yeah. It's just shit. The life I chose was not to be no street thug. It would actually be something special, you know what I'm saying? I was destined to do something great. And right now, I'm in the prime of my life where I can do something great. And I'm being held back by a group of people who want me to just do something great so they can benefit the rewards. And that right there, that's fucked up, that's stingy. However you want to call it, it's not fair, but I'm not going to say it's not fair because life ain't fair. Everybody's given a life to live, and some people's life is better than the next person's life. My life wasn't just the shit, but it was better than some people's life. Some people were a lot poorer than what the fuck I thought my family was. And I can relate to them because I thought that we was on the same level. But to know their struggle, to know their struggle and know what they was actually going through, that's something totally different than just saying, okay, we poor, you poor. Yeah, some people who dad didn't have a job, but my dad gave him a job. So for a motherfucker to go and try to down talk and try to play my dad as some hoe ass nigga or some shit like this, that he wasn't the shit, and he did this and the third, nigga use a damn line, you should be shot in your fucking face. My dad did plenty for other motherfuckers who didn't have jobs. Dad worked on this job for 27 years. And I read just about the whole church, the brothers of the church worked up there with him. My dad, he worked overnight, so he didn't really get a chance to just spend a lot of time with me, but when he did, we went fishing. We cut yards together. He made time for me. He made time for me and my sister. He didn't show me certain things because he didn't want me to be a part of certain things or just say that there were certain things I didn't need to know at this point in time. They wasn't ready for God for me. God didn't want me to know. But all I know is even them two came together, God and the devil, and said, hey, this is the one right here. For some strange, odd reason, we're going to pick him and make him the center of all attention. We're going to make him a mirror between good and evil. We're going to make him a mirror between light and dark. We're going to put him in an area where he's going to be uncomfortable. And he's going to have to be uncomfortable for reasons that he can't understand. But those uncomfortable reasons are going to be what makes him a man. That's what a kanai is. Being placed in an uncomfortable position, not knowing what the fuck to do, trying to wing it, and still coming out on top to the point where the motherfucker still, when you come out on top, they still try to make it a negative instant or a negative thing by saying, well, I'm still going to do it this way. And it's like, how ignorant are you? Everybody's crazy. I'm crazy. Everybody's crazy. But ignorance is something that shouldn't be tolerated. Ignorance is just ignorance. Ignorance begot ignorance. Your ignorance begot my ignorance. You said something very ignorant to me, I said something very ignorant back. And I'm the one who gets judged or the one who gets placed the blame on, who gets punished for it. Ignorance is going over to someone's house and you know where they are and fucking over their family. That's ignorance. Especially when you know where the nigga is and you know he got what you want. That's ignorance. But then to turn around and say that I'm responsible for it because I wasn't there. Nigga, y'all wasn't supposed to be there. Nobody was supposed to be there. Everybody did something ignorant in that situation to the point where I'm the one who catch the fucking fall in, the bounty of it. Like everybody not paying me what I'm owed, what's owed to me. I said, you gotta pay this back, you gotta pay for this because this person had to do this right here. The nigga shouldn't have had to do nothing because how you gonna fucking throw a party for me at my motherfucking house with all my ex-girlfriends, all my ex-family members and stuff like that, and I'm not there. And then on top of that, you try to make them suck your dick to get into this party and beat on all my ex-girlfriends and stuff like that, all my friends, female friends. And then try to make them all mad at me by saying, oh, I'm taking some of yours, I'm going about fucking with them in their mind and their pocketbooks, and basically trying to make them believe that it's you doing it when I'm the one that's doing it. Trying to say that you're a serial rapist when I'm the one who's going around and doing all the raping. And placing the blame on you. Got everybody looking at you like you the dumbass. But in reality, I'm the dumbass that's doing the dumb shit, and you the one who's going to take the blame for it. Like I'm a scapegoat. For a motherfucker to actually realize that shit right there and actually know what the fuck is going on, that doesn't make a motherfucker sorry. That doesn't make a motherfucker, oh, you did this, you owe this. No. It makes a motherfucker smart as hell to actually understand the plot and actually see it from a mile away and knowing that you've seen this shit before. It's coming to you in dreams. It's coming to you in downloads. So everything I was being prepared for before it happened. It's just in the way it happened. And me remembering the way it happened, deja vu. Or deja vu. Like I say, deja vu, the devil's voodoo. The devil's voodoo, D-voodoo. Some shit that I come up with, this motherfucker trying to take from me and try to sell. And say that it's your fault. That you should be demoted to this. Or you're not worthy of this right here. Because you wasn't able to stop this. You wasn't able to get this person to pay you their money. When shit, it's a whole group effort that's basically planning and plotting on ways to keep me from getting to my money. And I'm trying to get to my money the best way possible by trying to share with y'all and trying to bring y'all in on shit that shit I can just be like, okay, I ain't gonna do shit else. Just sit here and just take it. And then y'all say after October 3rd, just blow up in y'all motherfucking face. Boom! Full blast. Y'all like, damn. When I told y'all from the get-go, let me join. You can't beat them, join them. I would have been an asset, not a problem. What you have now is a problem dealing with an asset. Shit. And then I want to say I'm not a canard because my dick's small. After you don't peg my dick and shit, fucking my shit, I'm trying to get some pussy. And your ass hating on me. I can hear it in your voice. No, turn this dick down. Turn this dick down. I'm trying to stick my dick in some pussy. Nigga, I'm paying for this pussy. You going around fucking all my ex-girlfriends and they mind and shit like that. And fucking on a woman who I want to be with, who I see that, okay, there's a chance of me getting my money and being happy with my kids. To try to make some story that's in my mind, a story of mine, yours. And by doing that, you basically ruining every chance of happiness that I got by trying to make me miserable. It ain't like you really care about these people. It ain't like you really care. You're not friends with none of these people. You're not friends, because friends wouldn't try to make the next motherfucking shit and feel like they're a slut or a hoe. Friends wouldn't bring the whole goddamn crew with them on a fuck mission. A friend, you know what I'm saying? Somebody like that, you wouldn't go behind every girlfriend, every person I meet, or every female I meet. You bring yourself right there trying to embarrass him, trying to tell him he can't do nothing to help you, he can't do nothing to save you. We can do whatever we want you to you, he can't save you at all. But in the whole time, you crippling me by turning down, by putting a chip in me that makes you control my emotions, my bodily functions, my dick, and all that shit. You do that, and then you try to make it seem like you're really doing something because you turning me down so that you can turn up and make yourself look good. Like you don't love her. You don't love her. You definitely didn't love her. You didn't even love her. All you basically did was just see that I would start getting feelings for this person. This person had access to my money. Okay, let me cut that off. This person right here, my baby mama. Let me cut that off for him. This person right here is just someone who he's been fucking with for a while. Let me cut that off for him. This person over here, he just met. He got a connection with her. Let me cut that off for him. Socially isolate me to the point where shit, I have no friends. Don't try to make it to the point where, oh, Grant, that this is happening to your kids, and she's the main reason why it's happening to your kids. To the point where I just be like, fuck my kids. I ain't got shit else to live for, and that puts me right in the spot where you want me to be. Isolated, so you can just basically say, okay, now he ain't got nothing to live for. We can just basically put him in the state hospital, drive him crazy, kill his mind. And by killing his mind, now we got us a conjuring box. We're going to steal his talent like that. We're going to place him somewhere he don't want to be, and then peg him so that he can't get out of it. We're going to basically put a wedge in between everybody, every relationship that he has, to isolate him from people who we care about, who he can get help from. And then tell them, if you help him, we're going to go back and we're going to violate you. So if this person helped me, y'all come over to this person's house and I leave because you're in my eyes. And you do stupid shit, do fucked up shit, fuckboy shit to make them think badly or like, damn, every time he come around, this fuck shit happen. He doing this shit right here to us because he feel like this. Nah, it's you. And y'all had a plan to do that shit. I go over here, y'all over there doing the fuck shit. I go over here, y'all doing the fuck shit over here. I go over here, y'all doing the fuck shit over here. And then you doing this little kids. Nigga, that don't make you no fucking canine. That make you a motherfucking child pedophile. A motherfucker need to be in jail. But you want to say it's in the name of science. You want to do it, it's in the name of a study. It's in the name of science. It's in the name of you should have been there. You a coward. You just say because you want to go kick the door for this right here. But in the whole time, you in somebody's head, in their mind, using shit that you picked up from me, out of my mind, from being in my mind for 5-6 years, and want to say, I'm your shadow. Nigga, you ain't my shadow, you just a goddamn problem. You a problem in my life that I've been trying to get rid of for the past 4 years and shit, that nobody sees, that the doctors and doctors want to say, okay, because you on drugs, we gonna put you on the A floor because you just saying something, you just hearing voices. When it clearly states in this study that I read, it masked itself behind using drugs, LSD and stuff like that. If a person was on drugs, then they have a 99% chance of not believing nothing that you say because these drugs make you hallucinate. So hearing voices is a part of hallucination. So this is basically like a canonized dissertation on MK Ultra. Because this book is going to be a real book. So I can say MK Ultra in this book because that's what's being said to me. MK Ultra was a program which they interrogated spies. It came from Germany. Adolf Hitler started, or his scientists, his team of scientists, mad scientists, where they were doing experiments on people, inhumane experiments. Let me just school you on some little knowledge. Like I say, when it came about, it was doing it for spies, for interrogate spies to find out information. As it went forward, they began to dig a little deeper as far as like magic and demons and stuff like that. And trying to be all powerful, mind control. Coming up with serums to actually control people's minds. I guess they pretty much came up with it. The Seder juice. Or I come up with it eventually. But either way it goes, my birthday is April 20th. And Albert Einstein, which is a smart man, came up with a lot of creations. And Adolf Hitler, the man who came up with this program, who was in the front or the front line of this program, MK Ultra. I share the same birthday with him. 420, International Smoke Day. You know, who would have thought? And when I think about it, I'm like, damn, I'm smart. Someone told me, you're the smartest and competent person that I know. So I'm going to say, I'm the smartest and competent person that I know. And I have you make me too mad to the point where I just hit that switch. I don't know what I'm possibly could do. And I could go off the deep end and see if someone end up getting hurt. And I don't want to end up hurting nobody. I don't want to end up hurting myself. But that's basically where it comes from. Them two. That's the bottom of those. And all I've been doing is innovating things, coming up with ways to pull these voices out of my head so that I can become better with terms of knowing that, okay, I know these voices are in my head. I know. I found it at a budget. I put my fingers in my head and I heard these voices in my head. And they're talking about my everyday life. That's not no crazy voices. That's voices of people who the fuck I know that or I heard of or been around or something like that, because the voices are very clear. And by using water, I was able to bring out a voice tone. Water drip, call it budget project. Might as well say the budget project. I was able to bring out voice tones and was able to tell whose voice was whose by just turning on a little water drip. Drip, drip, drip. And the vibrations from the water and the vibrations from the voices was coming through the water. To using a fan in my room and actually almost to the point where I was actually able to pull a face up. Just from contact, actually able to pull a face up on the fan. Headed through the air conditioner. Just different things, just beside the refrigerator, the microwave. Waves and gamma waves and microwave waves and vibrations, all these things right here, that's just basically the circle of life. That's natural. To the point where I was being pegged on magnets. Someone was turning off magnets on my thing, on this little video game they got me playing. Turning off magnets to the point where my magnets wouldn't work. Put magnets on our side, he can't use magnets no more. They turned me down so I couldn't charge up. I fuck around and goddamn me figured out a way, okay, from basic electricity, I know that if I got a screw, if I rub something against the screw, it creates a vibration. That vibration creates energy. Boom, sustainable energy. Pick up the screw, put it in my hand. I felt myself charging up a little bit. I don't know how the hell I'm charging up. It said Dick Jr. Fucking Dick Jr., real Dick Jr. They said, MK Ultra say, that's the devil's son. I had this dream I walked around the house with the devil or whoever fucking shadow. My dad died that same night. I seen a ghost that same night. I literally seen this shit. And was like, no bullshit, no exaggerate, no hallucination. Seen it. And I've seen even more than that within the past goddamn 3-4 years. Way more. So the fact that being in a room with some of my creations and actually seeing them flat out brawl with you know what I'm saying, with another group of people. And I'm sitting and watching it like damn, I just brought these people I just created these people and brought them into this realm. And being able to send them right back just like that. And snap a finger. To the point where a person's trying to peg it and make it so hard for me to do things so that they can say that I'm not who I am. I'm a Dixon. I'm a Dick. My dad was Dick. I'm Junior. I'm Dick fucking Junior. That's all I gotta say about that. This is probably like the longest video I done made. One video that said I cursed. It could be edited, yeah. But it has a lot of insight in it. There's a lot of outside things you can take out of it. It has a lot of truth in it. And that's all I'm gonna tell you, the truth. My name is Albert Dixon. I'm sitting telling you my name is Honest Ernest and I'm a dick. I'm honest and earnest and I'm a dick. That's my name right there. Honest Ernest Dick. I'm an honest Ernest Dick. The Dick smile. I'm honest about that. Y'all pegging my dick, I'm honest about that. You killing my libido, I'm honest about that. I'm telling the truth and you lying, I'm honest about that. And I'm putting my best foot forward to show y'all. It's like, y'all don't see shit but stuff. Goddamn me, what the fuck this lies these motherfuckers telling? It's because he's younger. We want to make him the face of this. We want to make, I don't give a damn about being the face of it. Shit, just give me my credit for doing it, and he can be the model. I don't give a damn about that. Shit, I'm 42. I ain't got time to be doing all the other shit, but shit, I did tell y'all, Dick Jr. and friends, we could have been on tour down this shit last January. We had to still, here we are still doing this shit. I'm still saying, Dick Jr. and friends, and y'all still saying, we gotta fuck you over. We gonna peg you this. We gonna peg you for life. We peg your dick for life. We fucking with your dick. I'm taking your knives dick. I'm fucking all your hoes on Facebook. I'm making you buy 3 or 4 phones in one fucking month. I done went through 3 phones between May, June, and July. And we just now in August, and I had to buy another phone. 4 phones in down this shit 3 months. All because you want to send a motherfucker to come run my battery down, steal my shit out of my phone, and then want to blame it on somebody else. Well, she said, damn nigga, do you ever think for your fucking self? I don't hear you saying what she said. But what did she say about me getting my fucking money? She said that you don't deserve no money, that she wants you to go to the state hospital. But when I get over there, she said she don't say shit. She just look at me and goddamn give me sign language. I'm sitting there talking in spoken words about shit that's going on. Spoken words. Like now, I could be sitting there talking and put it on a voice recorder where it picks up decibels and it can pick up everything that I'm saying. Like, and everybody just heard that. There's not one word come out my mouth, but everybody heard and understood exactly what the fuck I just said to the people who I'm talking to. To the point where shit, I can sit there and heard exactly what every word that I fucking said if I put it on decibels. If I turn my decibel go get a decibel app and a voice recorder app, play one and play the other, put it together, boom. Raise the volume up on it. Then you got everything I'm saying with my hands actually speaking in words. Put a loop recorder in the motherfucker, and then this shit, you can actually say what they saying before they thinking, or you say what they thinking before they say it. So they make it seem like, oh, I said everything, all this right here, I did all this right here. He didn't. He just wrote it down. But in reality, you're reading my thoughts just the same way that I was reading your thoughts when you said so whatever the fuck you said. To the point where y'all looking at me like, damn, you ain't saying nothing, but there's words being said and there's a conversation being held that people are actually hearing. It's an unspoken language called, I don't know what to call this language. It's just speaking under your breath. That's all I can say, speaking under your breath. Because you're saying things, but you're not saying it at all. I don't know if it's everybody who does it. Everybody uses sign language different. The hand movement is different, or their body language is different. Eyes, everything. All type of ways to communicate with a person. And you want to, unless you just... I can sit here and not talk and just move my hands and... Simple as that. And if you look at it when you read it, if you read sign language when I play it back, you'll actually understand everything that I said. You'll be like, damn, this nigga just said, this nigga pegged his dick and don't want to be called a faggot. Motherfucker pegged my dick, been playing with my dick off and on, and shit don't want to get mad when I call him a faggot. Only faggots play with another man's dick. Only faggots play with another man's dick. And shit, I'm not gay, I don't go that way. I like women. I like pussy. I like eating pussy. I like sucking on pussy. I like fucking all that shit. So fuck with a man's dick. Fuck with a man's dick, man. That's like the ultimate sin against a man. That makes you not even a man. How the fuck you a man? You call yourself a man, you fuck with another nigga's dick. All because a woman said to do it. Well, she said to peg your dick for life. But nigga, you got a dick. How about if they peg your dick for life? How the fuck you gonna feel? You know what I'm saying? Oh man, can I get my dick back? I ain't even crying, but I'm trying to make the best out of it. You steady trying to peg every way possible. Then I'm figuring out how to do something that you trying to take from me. But shit, that don't make you no motherfucking man. That make you a goddamn shit a chump to me in my book. In my eyes, a kanai. That makes you a chump. You can't challenge no motherfuckers that's been standing on the truth all these goddamn years, and you've been telling nothing but lies and trying to manipulate and shit, fucking brainwashing motherfuckers. That don't make you no kanai. That make you a chump ass nigga, a punk. A motherfucker that's in the goddamn way that need to be eradicated. You causing more problems than you are solutions. Your error should be done with. You shouldn't even be considered as being goddamn. My son got more charisma than you. Nigga, my son should be a canai before you do. Nigga, you ain't got no motherfucker. You ain't got no morals or no common sense to say. Hey, to a certain extent, now you did. But you still go back and then you try to basically make somebody else take the scapegoat, to be the scapegoat for you being an asshole, but you control this other person too because you got your spirit in it. And then want to call that my shadow. And then trying to place people in my position that I done been in, that I've been doing. Oh no, that's Lord Dick Jr. When clearly I'm Dick Jr. trying to get my money so I can become Lord Dick Jr. Y'all trying to get my shit to the next motherfucker and just don't bring the next motherfucker in and say, okay, he the fastest person to become MK Ultra person. I'm like, damn. I've been doing everything that y'all fucking wanted me to do, and y'all still ain't brought me in. And I knew y'all was in my head. That right there, on top should be like, oh, hell no, nigga, you in. Then when you see I made a fucking shadow, you should be like, God damn, this nigga's off the goddamn ground. We still on the motherfucking wall. This nigga running around shit, we still on the motherfucking wall. Well, I could have been on pulled y'all ass out. So y'all behind, goddamn it, I mean, y'all are behind in whatever goal you set to get to. All because you trying to steal my connive or steal my spot because someone wants you to be in my spot. You saying, okay, I want you to have your money, but they don't want you to have your money, so I'm agreeing with them. That's when you gotta be a connive and actually think and do what the fuck you want to do, not what the fuck the next motherfucker tell you to do. I'm gonna do this right here because this is the right thing to do. I'm gonna stand behind what the fuck I do because this is my pride. I only got two things in this world to live for: my balls and my word. My balls, and you took my balls, and all I got is my word. And you want to say that you a canai. All we was doing is trying to kill a canai, fuck over a canai, fuck over a canai. You fucked over a canai, you end up fucking over yourself, goddamn it. When I call you out, you get mad and you feel like an asshole because everybody like, damn, nigga, you did it, man, like that. This dude steal shit, putting your name on shit that he doing. This nigga steady taking y'all to remote islands that you selling on Facebook or whatever the fuck you doing and making money, but you ain't paying this dude nothing. This nigga took y'all out to the goddamn shit, to an island, goddamn, with Tahiti and shit like that. And then shit, you say, man, we gotta pay because you put your name on this shit. Put a couple little things on this just to say, okay, this is my input on the account. Y'all can have the rest of it. Just pay me for this right here. I don't even hear you gonna pay you for that. He making all this money and ain't giving you nothing. That don't make you no canai. They make you a goddamn. Somebody said they do, huh? Huh? You said, yeah? No, that don't make you no canai. That make you a selfish individual that only look out for yourself. So what's the rest of the pride gonna be? The rest of the lions that's in your pride. Because you know, at a certain age, the male lion, the alpha male lion, he kicks out all the younger males. Because he don't want no competition. He kicks them out for a reason, because he wants all the women to himself. So where did that put you? Where did that put you? Mad Hatter? Where does that put you? Shit. Want to be Dick Jones, 15 minutes of fame? Where does that put you? His own brother. That nigga left you in hell a couple of times. They had to come get your ass out. And y'all steady following behind this motherfucker talking about that's our leader. Yeah, y'all gonna be on the outside looking in just like me. Y'all gonna be on the other side of the goddamn wall. He gonna be over there with all the money, all the women. Y'all gonna be looking like, God damn, man, can you share something? Can I get me a piece? And he give y'all scraps. He damn sure ain't giving me nothing. I'm sitting there trying to make everybody come up together so everybody has some money in their pocket. Everybody be a millionaire before they goddamn shit. They go painting, I'm painting shit. Y'all motherfuckers stealing the paint. Still, as soon as I make it, you see y'all in my eyes. So y'all taking pictures of it, boom. Cropping it, doing whatever the fuck y'all doing and making it posters and selling it. Y'all got the avenue, the revenue, or the means to the people, the connections to get the shit out there. But instead of you paying the artist, he trying to say he the artist. I put myself on my own goddamn website, my own damn Facebook page, Dick Jr.'s artwork. I'm the creator. These motherfuckers take all my artwork and shit off my shit. Take all my shit off. All my hard work to put it on there and shit, goddamn it, get 177 followers for my artwork, for my talent. Me drawing. Me scribbling shit together and the shit coming together and looking good. They took all my shit off of there. Motherfucker got mad when I made a YouTube channel and started putting my content on there and was getting likes and stuff like that. Trying to show, man, this is how you do the shit. You've been talking about you had one, that you've been making this money, but damn it. I make a YouTube page. That's his YouTube page now. Come fuck up with my phone so goddamn it don't mean shit. I gotta get a new phone and I can't write this shit down because y'all right there to catch all my passwords when I write them down, so now you got access to my YouTube channel. You got access to all my accounts. So that's why I end up forgetting passwords and not writing them down in a notebook. I write them down in a notebook. I might as well just do it right there and just say, fuck it, let y'all get it, and then say, okay, it's his. Because that's basically what y'all doing. If I write it in a notebook, what good is writing in a notebook? I write it in a notebook, you sitting right there, you looking right through my eyes, you gonna get it, just go in and change the password, and I can't get back into my own shit. But every YouTube channel I started doing good, and y'all started hating. I do short stories, y'all start hating. That don't make no canine. Being a hater does not make you a canine. Being a selfish individual or a jealous-hearted man does not make you no canine. Not standing up and doing the right thing for a fellow brother, that definitely don't make you no canine. That's all I gotta say about that shit. And that right there is the end of it.